Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm not doing anything in particular today. I've got a little bit of time, so I am going to, my husband's home, I'm home, my mom's doing okay. She's still with us. In fact, she's doing a little better than she was, but I believe that's because of the steroids they're giving her. It's keeping the swelling down around her tumor, so she's doing very good. But I made them the cinnamon pull-apart bread. And she said, oh, will you please make us some more of that? That was so good. So I thought, you know what, since I got a little bit of time, I'll just bring you along with me while I do some baking. And we'll do a little chit-chatting. And you hear a little meowing in the background. Yes, I got another kitty. She's just as cute as a button. I guess I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. The dog is doing good with my grandson, though. I have to fill up my sugar in my flour bin. So, Charlie doesn't like her, but that's to be expected. But you know, I had to give her a little worm medicine because she wasn't wormed. And Charlie, for some reason, has been wanting to eat her food, her kitten food. So I thought, well, if I've got to worm her, then I'm going to probably have to worm Charlie too. So I just put it in the food and let them both eat. Kill two birds with one stone. I hope everybody's doing good. Of course, y'all know I've been busy. Some days I don't know whether I'm coming or going. You remember that Dunkin' Donut? Was it Dunkin' Donuts? That guy, time to make the donuts, and he meets himself at the door and he says, I already made the donuts. Well, that's how I feel some days. So anyway, but I've got to fill my bin because I'm going to do about 4 loaves. I think I'll do 2 loaves of plain bread and then 2 loaves of the cinnamon pull-apart bread. And I use so much flour that I keep it in a great big bin, and I just scoop out my bucket full. I buy my flour in 50-pound bags. I've told you that before because I go through it so much. So I just buy it in bulk. That way I'm not at the store every other day. Okay. So we got that. It was 47 degrees out yesterday up here. And then today, it was raining and everything melted. And, well, some of it did. But what was left on the ground today froze. There's not a school opened around. I think southern Michigan is in for a storm that we usually get. But it's back down to like 20 degrees today. And it's crazy. I'll meet you in the kitchen. I got all that set. Let's sit here and chit-chat. Let me fix this because you've seen me make bread dozens of times. I'm going to put my... And if you haven't, well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons, because I'm doing a double batch. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of my active dry yeast. Right in my mixing bowl, because I do it the easy way. I love kneading dough, because I love it. But my thumbs, I got a little arthritis in my thumbs. And some days it just makes it almost impossible. You know, not that I want to whine or anything, because I'm just one of those people that if you hurt, take a Motrin and get back to work, because there's work to be done. I'm just putting a little sugar in here, probably a couple tablespoons, just to feed the yeast. I'm going to give it a good mix. And then I'm just going to let it set for 10 minutes. Yeah, I think it was really, my husband come home last night and it was raining out. I'm going to leave that down. It was raining out and he just got in the driveway, not a problem. But I'm afraid now when he goes to leave tomorrow morning And he's going to be stuck or just spinning. He's got to put chains on that tire to get out of the driveway. He's had to do that before. But we got Lake Wayna out in our yard. Our whole driveway, the horseshoe, the whole thing is all a big lake. And I think the neighbor kids could come ice skating, really. And yesterday, when I went grocery shopping for my mom, I went to Meijer. And no, I didn't do a video because I just went in and got what she needed. And got a few things for myself because I'm going to be home for a few days. And I took Tracy with me so she could get some groceries because, you know, she doesn't drive. She doesn't have a vehicle. So she went with me and we got to her house. First, we went to my mom's. Put all her groceries away and prepackaged some of her meat she got. Visited with her a little bit. And then I dropped Tracy off at her house. And I said, oh, I don't want you to fall. I said, let me help you carry the groceries in. And then, you know, you'll be all right. Well, I wound up head first in the snowbank, backwards. I took one step out of the car, went around, grabbed the groceries, went to go around the door. I almost wound up underneath my car. But my head was in the snowbank, groceries everywhere. Didn't hurt myself because it was like slow motion. So, and then I said, no more. I can't be falling like this. So I come home. Before I even took anything out of my car, I ran downstairs, grabbed my spikes that I used to wear when we worked for fishers. We'd be in the snow and ice a lot. So I put those on my shoes, and I'm telling you, with those spikes on, you could run across the ice, you know. And then I was able to go get my groceries and no more falling. But I'll tell you what, the older you get, the more it hurts. So that was fun. Anyway. So then my husband come home last night, and we visited a little bit, and this is starting to bloom. I want to show you what this looks like, because I bet some of you have not seen this. Just a minute. I'm going to leave that sit just like that, if you can see that. Maybe not. I think all the hoo-ha was finished before I got you to there. But it just starts to expand. And it does look really neat. I'm going to put this up now. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, we got it. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. I know it hasn't been quite 10 minutes, but the whole reason why you proof... Let me show you. I don't know what happened. My camera died. And I'm counting out my flower cups. Or, don't you hate that? Do you ever lose count? I have. Or you have a husband who stands behind you and starts counting behind you, and you lose count. I just want to beat him with the flour. 7. I'm going to do about 11 and a half. Yeah. Supposed to do about 12 cups. I always start with about 11 and a half. And if I need it, I add it. Just depends on the humidity. Okay, there's 1. I'm going to put 2. 2. That's it. Bread is really simple to make, but so many people are intimidated by yeast. Simple. Easy peasy. Alright, we're going to put this on here. Now I have to mix this, so you know what? I'm going to turn the camera off while this is mixing, and I'll get back with you when I'm done. Okay. Okay. That is gorgeous. This. Alright, I'll fix that later. This is beautiful. Take a look at this. Nice dough. Nice dough. And I love that yeasty dough smell. Absolutely love that. And you know it's alive. Alright. I'm just going to knead this into a ball, basically. Okay. Because it's gorgeous, it's soft, it's lively. Love it. See? And it bounces right back on you. So we're going to put it in here. Upside down, I twirl it around, flip it over. I'm going to cover it. And I'm going to let it rise. Beautiful, hey? I'm going to let it rise for about an hour and a half. And then I'm going to make cinnamon rolls and Amish white bread. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I just had to wash my hands. So I had my camera in my sink. To wash my hands so I can cover up my bread dough. I've had that little soap dispenser on my wall, I think since the day I moved in here. I think within a few days after I moved in, I put it up there. I love that. It's always so good for the little kids, too, to wash their hands. Alright. Let me dry these off. I'm going to also make my mom, probably not today, but do I have one? There we go. I use shower caps. I love them. Okay. And I'm going to set this by my oven. I'll show you because I got my light on over here. Twirl you around in my kitchen, you'll get motion sickness. I just leave it right on this back burner, right under the light, and it rises beautifully. I was telling you, I am going to make my mom a sausage, pepper, onion casserole. I'm going to do cabbage in it. It's just going to be like everything but the kitchen sink casserole. And she loves it. So I've never really done a video on it because it really doesn't even have a name to it. But it's something that really is good if you like cabbage and sausage and, you know, onions, peppers, and mushrooms, all that stuff in there. And some stewed tomatoes. It really does make a nice little casserole. So I'm going to make that for her. And I'm just going to chit-chat with you in a video when I do that too. I don't know when it's going to be though, but I'll make a video out of that. But anyway, I'm just going to go and have a cup of coffee with my husband and talk with him a little bit while my bread is rising. And then when I get ready to make the cinnamon pull-apart bread and my regular loaves of bread, I'll bring you back and we'll chit-chat some more. And thanks, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here for my cinnamon rolls or my cinnamon pull-apart bread, because I think the last time when I actually did a video on this, I didn't show you this part. The butter and all the brown sugar and the goodies in there. So we're just going to, and you know, I normally use butter, but I am out of butter. So I'm using margarine. And it works just as good. Probably doesn't taste as rich, but it works just as good. So I'm going to do 2 sticks of that. And I might wind up doing, I think I'm going to do another half stick because I am making 3. No, I only need 2 sticks. because I'm doing 3 loaves and it's 1 stick. Actually, I could get away with a half, but I'm going to do 2. 1.5, but I'm going to do 2. Okay, we're going to turn this on. We are definitely going to need 1 cup of brown sugar, and I just made this too. Beautiful. And a couple tablespoons of cinnamon. See what I'm doing down here? There we go. So I'm going to let that start melting. Put on that. Okay. I got that pretty much melted, so I'm going to put in my brown sugar all over my stove, you know. Make a real bad mess. I cut my burner off. And then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of cinnamon in there. Okay? My burner's off. I'm just going to mix this all up. I don't want to cook it. I just want it to melt together. That's it. That's how easy that is. See? Nice and liquidy. That's good. I'm going to roll my dough balls in. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the back burner. Look at my bread, how well it's doing. I'll show you that. Right back there. Right there. Gorgeous. Absolutely. Okay, so now we'll clean up this mess. And I'll get ready because I believe my dough is about ready to go. It's a little more than doubled in size. We're going to get to it. Probably for scraping the grills, but I find it's nice because of the little sharp there. You can see it's beautiful. I find it's nice for cutting dough balls and cutting into my dough. So we're going to beat this all down. I don't have to spend too much time doing that because I'm going to flatten it out anyway. So right here, I'm going to take a chunk of bread. Put that aside. Oh, this dough's gorgeous. Okay. Beautiful. That'll be good for a loaf of bread. Perfect size, too. I probably couldn't do that again if I tried. Anyway. We're going to put that right in there. I'm just going to set that aside. Cover that up. Actually, we'll use this. There. Let that rise. See? It'll rise right in there. Okay, so now I've got these ready. I absolutely love baking. It is like therapeutic. I'm telling you, cooking and baking is my favorite thing in the world. Okay, so I got those. Let's move this glob of dough. Now, all I'm going to do with this is like you've seen before. I chunks and put it in there. I don't even make them all the same size, I just chunk it up. This is a sharp little tool, but not sharp enough to leave marks on my counter, so I don't need my cutting board under it. Just roll it up any old way. See how nice that cuts that dough? Love it. Here we go. If you ever make this, friends, this is a wonderful gift to give, even at Christmas time. It's good stuff. What are you doing? Did you get the same kind or one that's bigger?
Bigger is better.
Bigger is better.
No, see. See how there's space in the ball thingy?
That's the old one?
Yeah. See
Yeah.
how that
Yeah.
closes. It's straight. Let's see this one. See, it's no spacey thingy.
Right. Oh, well maybe that'll work better.
Sure, it's $13.
Well, I hope so. Okay. I'll be able to throw all these in here and mix these up really good. Okay. Last bunch. All right.
You threw my swallow one out, didn't you?
Yep. There was only a swallow left in it. I hate when you put something in the fridge with a swallow left.
No, just should have left it on the
Drink,
table.
just drink it and swallow it down. Okay. Here we go. Well, I need some mixings. Clean hands. Oh, look at that, Mr. Wayna. Don't those look nice? Look at all that. Goodness. Are you waiting for me? I got one loaf of bread and 3 of these. So we'll have one later with coffee. And then 2 I'm going to give to Mom and Dad. Perfect. Okay, these look pretty good. Alright, now we're just going to take this. I'm going to dump a little bit of these each one of these. Don't waste it. Put your hands in there, it's already dirty. Alright, look at that mess I made. Okay, so these I'm going to set right here too. I'm going to put a towel over these. Those will rise up nicely. So now it's time to clean up all this mess. I'm glad I got a huge sink. It makes doing dishes nice. I know I'm going to work on my other video, another video as well, the one for the cookies from my Amish friend, her cookie recipe. And, but I like to clean up as I go. I know some people just keep right on the cook until the dishes are up to the ceiling, but I don't know, I like keeping it clean as I go, and that way there's not such a huge mess to clean up when I'm all done. It is all clean and ready for round 2. So when the bread rises, you're going to see it when I'm all done cooking it. But it's got to rise there for about another 40 minutes, and then I'm going to bake it. And I don't have to tell you that unless you want me to. I bake it at 350 for a half an hour. But it is another video that I did dedicated just to the pull-apart bread. So this is just a bacon chit-chat session. What do you call it? I'm going to go have some coffee. Oh my goodness, there we go, friends. Doesn't that look wonderful? My mother's going to love that. And that loaf of bread, well, we're not going to eat the whole thing for dinner, but that's part of dinner. And then my husband and I will have one of these. And I'll just send the rest out with him when he goes in a truck. And 2 of them are going to see my mom. She'll love them. So there we have it. It's been a nice day. And we got our, hopefully, we got our freeze dryer going. We're running a test on it right now to see. I just love the way this turns out. It just looks wild. But you just rip a hunk off and it's delicious. So, anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. We got a little bit of time to chat. My days are pretty packed. And so next we're going to do, don't know when it's going to be, but we are definitely going to work on the cookie recipe that Barbara gave me, my friend. So there you go, friends. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out and baking and chatting with me. And I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.